What's the scariest thing that actually exists? Rabies. Usually a 100% mortality rate after showing symptoms. It also fucks with your amygdala, resulting in you dying in uncontrollable fear. Prince. Alzheimer's. Autoimmune diseases. The fact that your own body can be trying to kill you is actually terrifying. Antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Cluster headaches. I'm glad I don't get them. Localized headaches that are worse than childbirth, happening at random without warning, 5 times a day, from around 2 to 120 minutes at a time. Stone Man syndrome. Dementia. For far too long you can tell that you're losing your mind. The fact that people you love may die much earlier than you think, without notice. Actually, it may even be scarier if you see it coming. Personal number 1 fear, Alzheimer. The fungi parasite that takes control of ants. Also, Yellowstone. Idiots in cars. Chlorine trifluoride. If Satan sold a chemistry set, this is what would be in it. Flesh-eating bacteria. The infinite void of space. Shit in the ocean no one has ever found yet. There's a bunch of nuclear weapons in Russia that have gone missing since the fall of the Soviet Union. Chlorine trifluoride can corrode gold, burn concrete and gravel, ignites instantly with contact with glass, can burn asbestos and is difficult to extinguish. Halon doesn't even work. Delta P. One of the most dangerous occupations is underwater welding, and among the numerous things that could go wrong, differential pressure, delta P, has got to be the most frightening. Depending upon how much force is at play, you can either end up trapped against a pipe or pulled right through it and dismembered in the process, all within seconds. Either possibility terrifies me. Infamous video of a crab experiencing delta P. Brain aneurysms. Schizophrenia. Because anything awful that you can think of existing could really be existing to someone. Serial killers. None of the stuff mentioned so far scares me nearly as much as someone who gets pleasure in kidnapping, torturing, and killing people, in the most horrific ways possible. They even get creative and spend a lot of time thinking about how to make it as terrifying as possible. Like, I think John Gacy, after he had people tied up, he would tell people what he was gonna do to them and show them the tools before he did it. Absolutely fucking terrifying. Gamma ray burst. Imagine the total power output of an entire galaxy's worth of normal stars. Now focus all that energy into a beam. That is what the universe do. Rabies is pretty scary. Luckily we haven't had a case here for over 100 years, but I watched some doc about the progression of the disease and how it kills you. Fucking horrendous is an understatement. Brain-eating amoeba. 2 things I hate, eating and amoeba combined into one. The evil in humans. From drug cartels killing people alive, dictators dropping chemical gas on whole cities, genocide, racism, fathers raping their own daughters, pedophiles, rapists, serial killers, scammers, abusers. It just goes on and on. It's like a never-ending beat of pure vile and villainy. Necrotizing fasciitis. Locked-in syndrome. Time. 2 words, flying cockroaches. Cancer. The street is pretty terrifying. It's a small stretch of the River Wharfe in Yorkshire, and I swear the pictures make it look like your average stream. But if you fall into it, you will almost certainly die a horrible death. I'll let Tim Scott and Georgia Mail Online explain. At the street the river turns on its side, gouging out passages and tunnels. A mass of deadly currents would mean that anybody who fell in could be pulverized against the rocks under the water over and over again. They might not come out in a recognizable form. Though the river has claimed a lot of lives, it's not statistics that make the Strid the world's most dangerous stretch of water, Scott says, but the fact that its threats lie beneath a calm and tempting surface. Flying fucking snakes. Things that mold into the ground, to the point they become a part of it. Like objects that have been somewhere so long, they become a part of the surface they were on. I once saw a tennis ball that was molded and stuck in the wall. Even more disturbing than that, I saw a full-ass squirrel that was molded into a tree. Fucking disgusting. Magna pinna squid haunt my dreams. A third video taken from the remotely operated underwater vehicle, ROV, of the oil drilling ship Millennium Explorer in January 2000, at Mississippi Canyon in the Gulf of Mexico, 28 degrees 37 N 88 degrees 00W, at 2,195 meters, 7,201 feet, allowed a size estimate. By comparison with the visible parts of the ROV, the squid was estimated to measure 7 meters, 23 feet, with arms fully extended. Black holes? Pregnant spiders. Aneurysms, embolisms, and strokes. They hit without warning and will fuck your day up. The elephant's foot located in Chernobyl. Black holes? They're massive balls of nothing, sucking in anything and everything that comes too close. And once you're caught in the nothingness vortex, you can never escape. Ever. Sleep paralysis.